The climate change controversy. Recent media coverage of climate change skepticism and so-called controversy within the scientific community is carefully crafted political opportunism, and it has been effective at altering public perceptions about climate change. Promoters of the fossil fuel industries and unregulated corporate expansion are fueling an increase of misinformation and unsubstantiated claims about the hopes of climate change. Although some have argued it, the record snowfall that has blanketed our nation and other places this winter is not contrary to global warming. In fact, extreme snow events are completely in line with the expectations of climate science. This winter's substantial increase in snowfall over North America is the result of an unusually intense El Niño effect that was generated from unusually warm surface temperatures in the Pacific Ocean. Global warming can cause snow. So, go figure. The oversimplified notion that the Earth's incredibly complex and dynamic weather system will simply respond in a linear fashion to increased greenhouse effects is unscientific. Global warming does not mean no snow anymore. What it likely means is increasing intensity and frequency of storms, among other important effects. We should all be aware that skeptics who make oversimplified claims about global warming are basing their assertions not on the science of climate, but on the talking points of climate deniers intent on postponing the transition to a clean energy economy. It's about what kind of world are we leaving the future generations. The so-called controversy over the hacked emails of IPCC climate scientists at the University of East Anglia is relevant, but far from proof of a hoax. The erroneous statements by scientists regarding the speed of Himalayan glacial melt and the downplayed uncertainties in the conclusions that can be drawn from measuring fossilized tree ring growth is relevant to climate science, but doesn't even remotely undermine the fundamentals of climate science. It is important to highlight and discuss inaccuracies pertaining to existing published climate science, and criticisms of the IPCC for allowing inaccuracies to appear in its published work are completely justified. The critical review of scientific statements by knowledgeable experts serves to continually improve our ability to better understand the complexity of the world we live on. But we should not be confused by the overemphasis this has gained in the media. It may be true that a small number of scientists, out of the thousands of internationally acclaimed scientific experts involved with the IPCC, appear to have misquoted literature and discouraged dissent to their contributions to the IPCC Fourth Assessment Report in two small areas of research. As in any professional discipline, not everyone is equally skilled, and bias is an ever-present threat to truth. So, the shortcomings of a few scientists and the unusually snowy winter have been taken advantage of by climate deniers in an attempt to make the unscientific assertion that climate change is a hoax, and thus derail efforts to bridge the way towards a clean energy economy. The truth is that the minor inconsistencies at the IPCC do not undermine the global scientific consensus put forth by the IPCC. The consensus is, simply stated, that human activities are altering and intensifying the natural climatic dynamics of the Earth, which is very likely to have negative environmental, economic, and social ramifications in the near and long-term future. Extreme storms, like this winter's, increased droughts, disruption of agriculture, reduced ocean productivity, and coastal flooding from rising seas and storm surges are some of the expected results, all of which have significant implications for our continued prosperity. Yes, it is about the future of the planet Earth. And what kind of world are we leaving for the kids? So, the longer we delay taking action based on what is non-controversial science, the worse these results are likely to be. And, yes, it will cost money, but it will cost us more money the longer we wait. The scientific consensus on climate change remains robust and is based on thousands of peer-reviewed scientific and economic studies that have been conducted over decades from numerous reputable research and academic institutions around the world. The misinterpretation of increased snowfalls this winter and exaggerating the shortcomings of a few scientists does not form the basis for justifying a climate conspiracy hoax. It is little more than a smokescreen by polluters to alter public perceptions and impede clean energy reform. So, yes, this is about the future. What kind of world, future world, will there be? Because planet Earth is going to be around for quite some time. And there's something much more going on here. Something much bigger. These are more signs of the end times transition days. There is a real transition happening. And yes, it is a process happening daily. And these are more signs.